to serve, which is to show the left-hand side. Okay, now the Most High had purposed it, okay, written it, that there was going to be the righteous that was going to rise up out of the earth, and they was going to reign within the earth, okay, and establish righteousness within the earth. Okay, so continuing, it says here, prepare slaughter for the iniquity of his children, prepare slaughter for the iniquity of their fathers, that they not possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will raise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon name and remnant and son and nephew, okay, saith the Lord, because hey man, there ain't gonna be no one left. You ain't gonna have a distant cousin of Esau somewhere, or a distant cousin of the Rothschilds out there somewhere, okay, chilling, okay, on a beach, okay, the destruction takes place, but they're just cool. They don't get it, okay, and they come back and raise up, okay, the whole, nation of Edom. That's not gonna happen. What's gonna happen is that what? The whole house of Esau is going to be wiped clean off the face of the earth. Okay? And I'll raise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and I cut from Babylon the name, alright? The name of who? The name of Esau. Right? Here it is, they're trying to cut us from being a name within the earth. But guess what? They're the ones that's going to be cut off from the earth. Let me check the count. Okay? They're the ones that's going to be cut off from the earth. Alright? For I'll raise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, the remnant, nephew, all right, and saith the Lord, and I'll make a possession for the bitten, for the pools of water. So the bitten is like what? That's like a desert bread. All right, when this thing goes down, this America, well, as America is gonna be turned into a desert, man. All right, there ain't gonna be a place where you're gonna go out there as a holiday destination. That's gonna be left as a monument to the destructive power the Lord could rain down at any minute, okay, at any time. All right, although he's giving it to them, any minute and any time. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Okay, should you come up against his will? Okay, so it says here, I'll make it a possession for the bitten, which is those desert creatures. Okay, and the pools of water, because when you go to where, look at this city, there ain't no pools of water right now. All right, on the ground. But if it was left unkept, then what you would have is it to where the vegetation starts growing up. It will rain down, but you wouldn't have any what's known as irrigation. It was irrigation? No, you wouldn't have what's known as a surface runoff. Okay, what's the word I'm looking for? A guttering system. You wouldn't have a guttering system, so you would have water sitting. Okay, that's a sign. When you have standing waters, that's a sign that there's no people that live there. Because when you have standing waters, you have diseases, man. One of the major problems that you have out there in the so-called third world countries is that you got a lot of standing water, okay? You got a lot of standing water, and then that standing water is the reason why you have diseases, because you have mosquitoes, okay? You're gonna have a bacteria that's gonna be, within that water, and it's gonna incubate. All right, so you don't really want to be, whenever you have a sign of underdevelopment, okay, what you have as a result of that is the pools of water. So you're going to have it to where America is going to be turned into what? From the most developed country within the world to the most underdeveloped country within the world. Okay, overnight, just like that. The scripture says that the judgment, this is a quote from the book of Revelations, the 18th chapter. It said the judgment was going to come within 1 hour, man. Now check that out, okay? Check that out for instant hot coffee. Okay, so continuing here, it says so this is the point I wanted, all right, because I was holding a few scriptures like the book of Isaiah, the 54 and 16, all right, but the Spirit led it down this route, all right, and that's that. So it says I'll make it a possession. So I read that. Right, so 23rd verse, I'll make a possession for the bitten and the pools of water, and this is the scripture I wanted from earlier. It says, and I'll sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith the Lord. And the Lord of hosts has sworn it, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. So the Lord thought this whole thing out. He said, look, I'm going to raise up a people within the earth. They're going to do this, that, and the third. I'm going to raise that people. They're going to do this, that, and the third. Okay, this is what's going to happen. It's going to be the World War III. And he says, as he thought it, that's how it was going to be, man. So you can't, you can't change the direction of Yahweh Shimi Al-Shai. He is the Most High, man. Okay, and what he set forth, that's what's going to pop off, man. All right, so it says that the Lord of hosts hath sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so it shall come to pass, and I have purpose, so shall it stand. Okay, and I will break the Assyrian in my land, and I mean, yeah. So you can, I mean, that all applies to Esau, but pretty much, man, you know, that's that. So you should be getting the point. So, I mean, I suppose that's as good as a time as any to stop. So with that, I'm gonna say, oh, praise unto Yahweh, Shimi outside, Wahara double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, honest you brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, and Yahweh, Shimi outside, runners. I'll be here next week. Shalom.
तो मॉर्फिन और घोड़े मोल लेके